Yo, 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 greetings everybody, WoDaddy back in action. I've missed you guys for a little bit, been busy taking care of my young'uns, my fam, and you know how that goes. When people come down with the sickness, you gotta step up and be there for them. Fortunate thing is I'm now in a new setup, and funny thing how it happened, I ended up with a positive test. All the kids I teach, all the kids I take care of, mom, dad, whoever, stay safe out there. But when you go into isolation, create a new creation station. So here we are tonight. We are rocking it out. We're eating some delicious cheeses. We got a goat gouda we're working with tonight, and we have a cipollini and balsamic parmesan reggiano. So we're trying some new things, just like we're trying this new setup. We got some delicious calzovoltrano. For all my meat lovers out there, prosciutto picante, which I like to go for a straight reserve prosciutto. And this one's going to have a little bit of a touch of little spice rub, which is probably going to help with my sinuses, help clear up all the congestion and everything that you're probably hearing in my voice. And so, we'll take a little bite of that. Delicious. So, with tonight's video, I want us to think about something, especially if you're out there alone right now. Maybe you chose to be that way, you didn't. You got put into isolation. So, less is mo. Less is mo. Less is more. I found this wonderful shirt at Marshall's for $7, which is, I'm cool with that, with a nice feeling t-shirt. $7, I'll holla. You know what I mean? If you can name the artist, one of the greatest of his time. Andy Warhol used to go to his shows and say, all the good stuff is yours. Died way too soon. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Who might this mystery man be? And we will reveal it in our next video. But anyway, he was so amazing. He was a man of few words. He let his work do the talking. And so we're going to take what little bit I had to scrounge up and bring with me to go into isolation, and we're going to make something out of it. I have these cool little plastic cartridges from a razor blade to shave with. We're going to do something fun. We're going to turn that into like a robot. I have these underwear packaging inserts, which is this really nice quality shiny paper. It's going to look great with our Sharpies, so we're going to make some little minifigs on those. We have this dojo doll thing that we're gonna maybe create a tiki mask with, and like hang your socks on, you know. And we got this wonderful little strip of paper with a textured Levi's logo. So we're going to talk about how you can do something with a little bit of texture. So basically, we're going to take this stuff that would have ended up in a landfill, we're going to turn it into something awesome. So let's get into the creation station and check it out. All right, so here we are in the creation station, and like I said, we've got this wonderful cardstock shiny paper that came with some Volcom underwear. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to take this little razor cover, and we're going to use it as a template or a stencil, and we're just going to kind of like take our pencil, and we're just going to sort of follow along the design that it created, and sort of let that set the tone for what we're going to do next. We're going to use our creation imagination to come up with something exciting for what this is ultimately going to become. So one of the keys is having a steady hand to hold your item still, unless you want to move it around, which is something you might feel comfortable doing after maybe you've tried out the piece and sort of see what it looks like. So I'm just going to kind of just sort of like trace the object here, and oh, it kind of looks sort of like a Batman mask. That's kind of fun. And so now I've got these kind of Ooh, it looks like, oh, this is going to be cool. We're going to add some beaver teeth to our Batman mask, something like that. Kind of chuck that right up in there. And so we've got these cool teeth that we've kind of added in. And, you know, I don't know, we go, oh, all right, so here we go. So he's going to have some kind of little sort of fun tail working in here. Maybe we'll put, oh man, I got an idea. So like I said, you want to move it around a little bit. You want to have a little bit of fun with it. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. But one of the things I like to do when I'm drawing with stencils is overlapping. And I want to make sure I play this little game when I'm overlapping where I don't go over my pencil that I previously drew. And I pick up my line and I continue where the shape left off. So you'll see what I mean when I pick it up. So I end up with that sense of overlapping. All right, and it kind of makes the artwork a little bit of fun because you just kind of have to tell yourself, all right, don't color here, you know, or you could go back and you could like erase a bunch of stuff, which is cool. And then you end up with all this eraser texture in your work. You know, all right, so this Batman character's it's gonna have 9 tails. And if you know why I'm doing 9 tails, leave a comment. Tell me more about that. It has something to do with one of the most awesome Shippuden characters of the Naruto era. So let's get back into here. Enjoying the new setup. All right, so we're gonna turn our action back around. Okay, and make a little camera adjustment here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get one kind of just, I'm gonna start turning it in a little bit of a slightly different direction. It's all going to be overlapping from the first one I created, but you know, you could mix that up. You could make things come out differently. It's your work of art. It's your masterpiece. So you get to kind of decide how you want to work that in. All right, I got 6. I'll do 7 right here. 8. Coming right in there. That underneath, and the last little waggy wag we'll do right down here. That'll be kind of coming around the back off the page. There's number 9. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tails. All right, so what are we gonna do next? We have some other parts that we could work with. You know, we could do something with the curved edge. I kind of like that. So I'm going to take that curved edge and I'm going to kind of bring that around. And just kind of come around down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my piece up. So we're going to add this little foot like that. Now, then we can move your piece over. Just kind of keep our lines in sync. Kind of follow that right up there. And the last curve can be whoop, right on in there. So we got this kind of like wobbly figure that we're going to work on with the 9 tails. And then, you know, we got to have some sort of villain. So look what I found. I found this at McDonald's. I don't know. Chick-fil-A? Wendy's? Something like that. So, oh man, you know what? We're just gonna throw a big old T-Rex in here. We're gonna make him a nice black outline, kind of standing in front of everything. So for that, I want to get a nice fresh Sharpie. Okay, and he's gonna be kind of running from this 9-tailed fiasco that we've created, and kind of work him in there. You know, if I had a pencil, it might come in a little bit better, but the cool thing that we're going to do is once you get in there, we're just going to start coloring. All right, and we're just going to kind of like fill it in. And then that's going to sort of make it come together, and then you kind of get in there to the spots that you miss. around the corners. That'll work like that. Okay, work it down. I got that T-Rex in there. All right, you know, a little Happy Meal toy that could have come and gone. So we got a cool T-Rex figure in there. And then we want to go ahead and I want to do something with this textured Levi's. And you know, one thing I'll tell you about the cardstock, we're going to save the textured Levi's for later because the cardstock and the Levi's is not going to work as well together. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up with some patterns and designs. I'm just going to give him some spots. So in order to give him some spots, we're just going to take this little circle design and we're just going to kind of randomly move it around. And we're just going to kind of go until we feel like we've filled up a good amount of space. And one of the good things about this is, again, you can create overlapping. So I'll do like a little bit behind the dinosaur. I'll do a little bit halfway off my figure where I don't color the entire thing. Ooh! And then part of the process is learning what happens. And if you notice, we've got this slick material. And when we press our plastic up against it, it smears and creates this cool kind of fireball design. So we can just kind of sit there and we can just start smearing our ink, making little happy accidents, you know what I mean? So we're gonna kind of just work that around a little bit. Get a little bit right here by our dinosaur, kind of smear it around. Get a little bit over here. Maybe get a little bit on our heel, kind of go that way with it. Look at that smearing. See, part of making art, especially if you're using like old things, it's just sort of like seeing where it leads you. What kind of adventure is it going to take you on? Like maybe this won't be your finished product, but this will be like a step along the way. That's one of those learning discoveries that kind of just helps you sort of define who you are as an artist. Gives you like some cool tips, tricks, and techniques. All right, so I'm going to smear some more of that around there. I'm going to work those 9 tails. And then what we're going to do is we're going to evolve the color a little bit as we go along. So I'm just going to kind of do like a few random oranges, a little bit less and less as we get to the top. So like a lot, a little, and then a little bit less. Maybe I'll throw like one here, and one here. We'll do a few down on this side, a few down this side. All right, we'll get one right in here, then like one. I'm gonna give a little smear like that too. Okay, so a lot of orange and then a little bit of orange. Now we got this super cool sketch marker. I feel like I'm gonna get the same effect. So I'm gonna get red going on up here. And we're getting a slight smear. So not as intense as we were getting before, but that'll be cool because it'll give us variety. Ooh, there you go, we got a good one. All right, and what kind of good artwork doesn't have good variety in it? You know, so we'll get like an overlapping one, and then a few on the other side, and then kind of work it around, and boom. Smear that guy over, a little red here, and then put one big one right here. We're just going to kind of swirl that around and then go. It has something to do with that dinosaur. So aside from variety, then you could do something to add interest, something contrasting that's different. All right, so we're going to take a little color, kind of zazz in these eyes a little bit. All right, a little color. And then we're going to add a little bit of intensity to our work. So we're going to kind of sharpen up them teeth and kind of like we'll make them look like a pizza. There we go. All right, and we'll enhance some of the Batman maskedness of it. Okay. And then at the very end, we're going to do something with some samples. We're kind of like Make it dark right there, get a little contrast. We're gonna keep that gray texture. Maybe, you know, it might be cool to get a little bit here, a little bit here. All right, now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put like little hints where they're overlapping. That's gonna look a little like shadow. Maybe we'll do like a little shadow on some of them where they're kind of touching. It's a little shadow. And just like that. A little bit, and a little bit, you know, just kind of like move your eye around. Again, variety adds interest. All right, get your viewers sort of looking at things. So I got these samples, and they're charcoals, and you know, people think, oh, you get coal in your stocking for Christmas. Well, this stuff is pretty awesome. So I haven't used this free sample yet, but I've been holding on to it for a while because I know it's going to do something awesome. So what we can kind of do is we can kind of just take that and sort of, I'm going to rub the edge of it and get a little bit of it coming off, creating like a dusty, musty smokiness. Look at that. And then where it's really glossy, like if you get it on a spot where you don't want it, I bet you it's gonna wash off really, really easily. We're gonna go a little darker charcoal in the bottom to kind of ground our work. And then we're just gonna kind of take our hand, just kind of smooth it out. And you can see the pressure is retaining some of the lines. And then the smudging is kind of just fine tuning and filling it all in. So, we've got our 9 Tails creation, and we're gonna go ahead and sign the bottom. And I think it is a super fabulous beginning that is going to inspire us. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little title, just to remember, 9 Tailed, and you can spell that any way you want. BATFOX. That sounds like a pretty awesome animal. We got the 9-tailed BATFOX. That's our video for tonight. For those of you who are wondering who our artist was on the shirt, that was an amazing work of art by Andy Warhol's great friend, the long lost Jean-Michel Basquiat. Have a wonderful night. Leave some suggestions and comments. We're going to make videos all week long in our new creation station. I hope y'all have a wonderful and safe week. Peace and love.